Hi everyone, my name is Laurel of Mountain Laurel Stitches, and this is a YouTube channel about cross stitch. Today is Sunday, May 19th. In this video, I'll be sharing a small life update, some things that I've stitched since I last posted, some things that I've finished, some things that I've even bought, and also talking about StitchCon that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. And at the end of my videos, I like to do a small book talk, so you can stay tuned for that. So it's been about a year since I posted my last video, and I guess it makes sense to share a life update. To be honest, life updates are the most difficult part of my videos to record. I think at this point I have done this 30 times, non-exaggeration, to try to share some small update about my own life. For whatever reason, I end up psyching myself out or thinking what I'm going to say is going to be misconstrued or people don't care. And I haven't really been cross-stitching that much over the last year. I have recorded a video, but didn't feel like it was good enough to be posted to YouTube. And I think that makes video 2 or 3 that I just haven't put up because I think, well, it's not that interesting. I really hope that this one makes it onto YouTube because I would really like to be more active in the cross-stitch community. I haven't been, and it's something that I've really missed having as a part of my life and something that I find gives me a lot of joy. So just trying to move forward with this part. In the last year, the biggest change in my life is that I quit teaching. I always find this so hard to talk about, but it was a challenging decision to leave teaching. I don't know if I've ever shared this before, but I was a public school teacher for 10 years, and I did elementary school and high school. Most of that was in library, so I was a school librarian. And teaching, the actual act of teaching and being with students, was always the fun part. That was never difficult. It was all the other stuff, all the bureaucracy that was involved, all the red tape, all the policies and decisions that were harder to deal with. And honestly, I was just really burnt out. I didn't feel like I was the right person anymore after my mom passed. I felt like I needed a break. I needed to make room for somebody else who was just going to be there for people, going to be there for students and the community and the staff. And I felt that I needed to do something else for a while. So it was hard to leave. It was definitely a very difficult decision, something I didn't make lightly. I spent a long time thinking about, I had been thinking about it for several months leading up to my decision. But one of the more catalysts for making that decision was the district that I work for did not offer bereavement leave. And I have a really hard time kind of getting over that fact. Maybe not so much now, but at the time, it's so difficult as a teacher to be told to be there for other people's children, to be there for the community, to show up for work, and be 100%, be ready to go, to be the nurse, the counselor, the one to provide snacks to kids. And then at the same time, when you have this huge crisis in your own life, to be told, well, we don't have the leave for that for you. And so I found it really difficult to feel like a valued teacher, a valued just person, when I was told on one hand, you need to be here, you need to be all that you can be for somebody else's family, and then the district saying to me, well, you can't be there for your own family. So I don't know if one day that will change. I think that's kind of a broken system about it. I think there are some certain things in education that are really need to be relooked at for parents, for teachers, for students. But if you have any sway in having bereavement leave for your teachers, or, if you feel them motivated to look into that, to talk to your school board, just know teachers, it's been really hard the last couple of years, especially since the pandemic, and it's very easy to get burnt out. And I think that bereavement is such a fundamental thing to need to have that leave, especially when people get older in life and parents are older. It takes a long time to make those funeral arrangements. Sometimes you have to help clean out the house. Sometimes you have to make estate decisions. And it's difficult. It's difficult to do it when you can't focus on it because you have to get back to work because you don't have a substitute. That was something else that was a challenge when when my mom passed, is that there wasn't a substitute. So my coworker had to do her job and my job just to make it. So again, I'm thinking like, I don't know. I feel like at this point, talking about teaching is such a minefield that people can be very us versus them with it. And it's just really sad. It's, teachers and parents and students, we're all in a partnership. And we all want what's best for your student, your child, for them to succeed, for them to do well, not just in school, but in life. So I really hope that one day there's a reform of some kind and that things can be made better for everybody. Yeah, I think that's all I really want to say for that part. So even though I left teaching, I didn't leave education. I now work for a university and I'm still a librarian, and it's been a huge quality of life improvement. I now have an hour lunch break and I can go somewhere, or I can get a coffee in the morning before starting work. It's very small things. I mean, there's no rats in the bathroom anymore, so that's great. uh, but it's been so much better, and I'm a lot happier. I have grown professionally just in a really short amount of time. When I was teaching, or when I was in public education, I would really have to build relationships and connections to be able to even do presentations to staff. And now in my current role, I am just, oh, you want to present something? Great. Like, go for it. You can make all the decisions. I am much more supported, seen as a professional in all things and as an expert. So yeah, feeling so much better. I actually wish I had a time machine to go back to myself a year ago and to even be able to comfort myself, because it was such a dark time, such a dark place, that I wish I could say, it's not always going to be this way. You're not always going to feel like this, and better things are coming. But yeah, that's my life update. This feels like a good segue to talking about StitchCon. StitchCon, if you're not familiar with it, is a retreat that's held over 2 weekends in June, and it's a place for Flosstubers and Stitchers to come together, meet for the first time, or meet up again, and just stitch and chat and have a community. So I decided last August that I thought, maybe I'll go. Maybe my life will be in a much different place and I'll have the mental capacity to do this. So I was 5 hours late to register. I don't know what time registration opened. I guess I didn't even put it on my calendar to check registration that morning, but I think when I finally did it, it had been open for about 5 hours that day. And with StitchCon registration, you register and then you get emailed saying, pay the registration and you're going to basically go to StitchCon. But when there's only so many slots, I think there's like 300 slots or something. So if 300 people say they're going to go, then basically no one else can go at that time. So they opened up a wait list, and I got waitlisted, and October rolls around, November rolls around, December, January, and I was like, okay, this is not happening for me. It's fine, whatever. And then April happened, and a couple of days before, I was messaging Rocío of Stitchery, and she's like checking in because I haven't done anything. just being like good person checking on me. And she's like, oh, what have you been up to? And I was like, I haven't been stitching at all. I haven't been feeling like it. And the next day I got the invite to StitchCon saying, pay the invoice and you can, be registered. So I just decided that it would be a good thing to do. Since my mom has passed away, I realized that I don't have female friendships anymore. Everyone of significance in my life that I talk to on a regular basis is male. Dads, father-in-laws, brothers, even the cats are male. So I think that it's time for me to try to start making friendships with other women. I think female friendships are the best. I think that intergenerational female friendships are awesome. So I'm really hoping to get to know people, make connections. If people are older, younger, it doesn't matter. I am just really open to having more stitchy friends, or just, friends and female friends in general. So I'm hoping it doesn't come, I'm hoping that StitchCon isn't going to be like, you walk into the room and it's like the first day of high school and you're in the cafeteria and you don't know where to sit. I'm having a little bit of fear about that. Because I don't really know anyone super well. I know Elizabeth of Frizzy Lizzy Stitches is going. I think Rocío is going. But I only have surface level talks with them. So anyways, yeah, I really hope that it turns into something great. And I'm working on my small right now for the cross stitch small exchange. So I'm not going to show it, but I'll just tell you the theme that I've picked. I tried to find something that was, could encapsulate my cross stitch personality, I guess. So I chose cute spooky. So it had to be a little spooky, but it had to be cute. So nothing gory, absolutely not. Nothing creepy, but just kind of cute. So I'm working on finishing that up, getting some stickers and goodies to put in the bag because I like to give gifts. And I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like I need to watch some previous StitchCon videos. So if you know any, to prepare me. Or if you're going, please reach out because it'd be nice to see people in person. So I'll get started in talking about what I've been working on, or what I finished, that would be better, since I started my last video. Even though I haven't cross-stitched too much over the last year, I have been able to finish a couple of big things. My biggest finish is Lila Studios Halloween Quaker. I think I finished this October of last year. So here it is. It looks amazing. This is on 32 count, picture this plus. I think this is haunted. It's whatever the called for fabric is. And then it's using all the called for flosses. And I did take out Diarrhea Cat. If you don't know what that is, there's a star behind it that's gold that looks like the cat of diarrhea. And you can't unsee it once someone tells you. I really am hoping to get this framed in the next couple of months. I'm thinking kind of a creepy frame, maybe something that when you see it, you think maybe I found this cross stitch in my aunt's attic and maybe she was a witch. I'm not sure, but something a little bit gothic I think would look really good with this one. But it's beautiful. I'm glad it's done. It's something that I like to look at, and you can see all the different features and all the different motifs. One of my favorites is the pumpkins here. They look like they pay taxes, and they're so cute. And then there's the skeletons dancing. So definitely a fun piece, and I think this took me about 3 years to do on and off, but I really tried to work on it last fall and did you just gotta do this motif and then do that motif. But it's beautiful and it's done. And oh look, I actually have my initials in the year, so I forgot that I did that. Another cross stitch that I finished was Modern Folk Embroideries Got the Morbs. So I will put that up. This is the, I guess, like Victorian slang for when you have like melancholia, you're feeling morbid, got the morbs. And I think this on, let's see, 32 count Haunted Linen by Seraphim. And I want to say I'm using black coffee for the thread here. But this is, I just really like this piece. I think it's really good. And let's get a picture for Flosstube. Hopefully this one will get framed too in the next couple of months. But it's just the perfect like October piece to put out. Or maybe all year round. Put in your bathroom. You never know. People can be educated. So some other things I worked on that were not cross stitch is that I got these Wooble kits. You might have seen them online. They are in the craft store. There's like crochet kits where all the things are in the package. And I made this Yeti. His name is Howard. I did not name him that. That was the name of it in the package. And he's so cute. And then I also made Ralph the reindeer. One thing I will say about this is when you get the package, there's like a code to type into a website so you can watch videos on how to make this this little creature. And some of the videos seem to be recycled or like reused a lot. So when I made the reindeer, it wasn't necessarily reindeer specific videos. And I found that to be slightly challenging because he has like antlers and like a nose popping off there and stuff and these little cute ears. So I was a little disappointed to see that it wasn't as like animal specific. So bear that in mind if you're going to be looking for these kits, that sometimes there's a video just about that creature. Sometimes they're about like a penguin or something. But the Howard one was definitely about the Yeti. So that was really helpful. That was the first one I did, and then I did this one. And I guess I'll go into things I've been working on. I also bought another kit because I like them. I think they're cute. Called, what's his name? Sebastian the Lion. So it comes with the yarn, even has like a starter piece, the plastic eye, the stuffing, the crochet hook, the yarn needle, all of that. So it's a little bit pricey. I think it's like $25 or something. So if you're someone who already has these supplies, I think that she sells a book, or I think maybe she has patterns online somewhere or something. But for someone like me who needs to be convenienced with everything in a package to do it, this is a really good starter. So this is where I'm at with him. I have a little bit more to go. This is a good weekend project. It probably is like maybe a couple of hours max. If you have like more skills, it'd definitely be a lot shorter for you. But it's fun. The other thing that I've been working on is The Fox by Primitive Hare. This is their Spirit of the Woods series. And I think the last time I showed this, there wasn't any of this like black, or his body wasn't outlined. So this is just about going through and kind of coloring him in a way and adding in his tail. But this is a fun one. It's on 30 count Bolin by Primitive Hare. And the Primitive Hare fabric always has a little bit of a like barn smell, little horse smell to me. It's not bad. It just has a very distinct smell. So when I have my cross stitch out, like the Primitive Hare kind, my cats will come over and they will smell it. And I have to be careful about that. Another thing that I worked on, let's see, where is it? Is this teeny little kit of a Dahlia horse by Quaker Embroidery. This was like my effort level a couple months ago. I was like, well, I could do that. I did not finish this, by the way. I don't actually know what stopped me, but let's see where he is. Oh, this stuff's falling. So this is where he is right now. I think that the colors are off for this. Like if you look here, this is not the same to me. So I don't know if they took the image with a darker horse or if they took the image and then they kind of like changed the settings and made it more saturated colors, but it's a little bit different. It's not bad. I just think they probably needed to go a little bit darker with their colors because they seem, I don't know. I thought they were just a little bit more muted. Did I do anything else? No, I don't think so. So I'll go into what I've bought in the last couple months. Back in the summer when I was feeling optimistic about cross stitch, I ordered the Autumn Lane Stitchery Haunted Halloween box. And this is a cute little box that comes with patterns and some artwork. I ordered the artwork version. I think there's two different kinds, so you could order it with or without. I think it's Aaron's artwork. And so I really like the art style of Autumn Lane Stitchery, so I decided to just splurge on that one. And I was so optimistic about what I was doing that I actually emailed Autumn Lane Stitchery and asked like, hey, when this box comes out, can I, like, is it okay if I do an unboxing video? I know that they've had kind of trouble in the past about copyright issues and stuff, so I wanted to make sure that it was okay. And they said, of course, yeah, that's fine. And then I never did it. So I opened it and I didn't do anything with the stuff inside, but we can take a look at the box now because it's mostly intact. So here, let me move, is the inside of the box, which I think is really cool. Like I almost don't want to throw away this box. And then it came with a needle minder. I think there were 3 different needle minders that you could get. So I got the Raven. I don't know scary movies that well, so I think this is Nightmare on Elm Street. But I know there were 2 other movie reference ones. It also came with some patterns. So, how is this gonna work? Okay, this ring light. This is Witch's Hallow. No, can I take this out? Yes. That's better. So this is Witch's Hallow. And I love the little cats that are sitting on here. The fabric, that's this orange part right here, is Pumpkin Patch by Stitch Me, and it's a 28 count. I like when patterns do that, where they really emphasize the background fabric. I think that's kind of a fun detail, and it can make you really customize your piece well. The other pattern in the kit was Dance Party. And this is on 32 count Paranormal by Stitch Me. This is a really cool piece because I think they had an accompanying artwork for it. So I think either the artwork was first and the pattern was second, but it's nice to see like where the inspiration came from or how it was changed. So I got the artwork for this. And I think this is really cute. I love the cat. It's like that perfect cute spooky level. It's not creepy, it's not gory, it's cute, but it's spooky. There's another pattern in the kit. This one's Trick or Treat. Let's see. It looks so fun. It looks like an easy one where not many color changes too. And they also had a kit. I think this was the kit that the first kit they've ever made, called Evening Stroll. And it came with all the perforated paper, the threads, and even the frame and a little easel. And to be honest, I don't know why I'm not stitching this right now. This is so cute. It's got beads in it. It's adorable. This needs to immediately go to the top of my stitch pile. Now to move things. I also made it up to Hobby House Needleworks. I don't know why I couldn't say that. And bought a couple of things up there. I got this 32 count beetroot linen by Fox and Rabbit. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I love to have interesting colors in my stash just in case I get some inspiration. I mean, this would probably be good with an Autumn Lane Stitchery pattern that shows the fabric really well. And it almost matches my hair. I also picked up another, the Wolf Spirit of the Woods by Primitive Hare. That's again on 30 count Bolin fabric. I like these patterns. I don't know if I would get all of them, but this would be a nice addition. And I picked up Rosewood Manor Griffins of the Kingdom. This piece appealed to me because it has just a couple of colors, so you don't have to go around color changing or, you know, having to find all of your threads that you need. So it's a lot of black, and then it has petite treasure braid as those little red and gold parts, so I picked that up too. But that's pretty much the end of all my haul because I just have a lot of beautiful things at the moment. I have lots of patterns and fabrics and floss, so I don't really feel the need to buy things because I'm already excited about the things I have. And I feel like that's a good place to be in. We'll see what happens at StitchCon I've heard that there's a lot of buying there, so we'll see what I end up with. But that's just my small haul for the last couple of months. So that's all the cross stitch I had for this video. If you are here for just the cross stitch, please feel free to go on to the next Flosstube, and thanks for stopping by. If you are interested in a book talk, today I'm going to be talking about Gretchen Rubin's Outer Order, Inner Calm. If you're not familiar with Gretchen Rubin, she does a podcast with her sister called Happier with Gretchen Rubin. And I've listened to her podcast on and off over the last couple of years. I find it to be very easy to listen to. It has a lot of good tips about how to do things in your life and be just a little bit happier. But I've really enjoyed her book, Outer Order, Inner Calm. I don't normally reread a book, but I think I've read this book about 3 times. And there's always something in it that I find that I don't remember or is that much more helpful to my life. It's a series of essays from her podcast, and it's put into just like, you know, a book form of it. But one of her essays is about choosing the bigger life. So there's so many times in life where we have a big decision or even a small one. Maybe it's about an object or it's about a job choice. And we put the pros and cons on a list and they all seem a bit the same. So asking yourself which one of these things would lead me to a bigger life can kind of put things in a broader context, can maybe zoom you out of your decision. And I've used that strategy multiple times when I'm faced with things that, you know, maybe aren't super large choices. Definitely with job searching, I had that. But I really just haven't liked that framing of things to say to yourself, which one of these paths forward would broaden my life for the better. So I really encourage you to check out Outer Order, Inner Calm. It's a good book. I've listened to it on an audiobook. It kind of helps with like sorting and organizing and cleaning, and to check out the Gretchen Rubin podcast in general. And I see Jelly has now joined me for licking all of the little plastic that I have, so I feel like it's the end of this video. If you made it this far, tell me what you're working on. Tell me what you want to finish this year or anything else that's on your mind. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you again soon. Oh hey, did you think the video was over? Well, Turns out it's not. On Thursday, YouTube alerted me that I've been making Flosstube videos for 4 years. So in honor of my 4th Flosstube anniversary, and I remembered this year, I have put together several outtakes over the last years, including my first ever recording of making a Flosstube intro. That first video that I made, I recorded on my iPad, and I cannot go back and watch that video ever again. But here are some outtakes over the last 4 years. Please enjoy the awkwardness. Hi Flosstube, it's Mountain Laurel Stitches here, and I'm doing my first ever Flosstube. Testing, testing, talking a lot, talking, making noises. Bye. Was Bent Creek's Witches, Hat of Bats, a Cat, Halloween, and this and that. That's okay, real life. Hi everyone, my name is Laurel, and this is a YouTube channel about cross-stitch. Hi everyone, my name is Laurel. This is a YouTube channel about cross-stitch. And maybe now this will make it in, so I don't know if it matters. Hi everyone, my name is Laurel of Mountain Laurel Stitches, and this is a blah 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 blah. Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is a YouTube channel about cross-stitch. Today is May 19th, and here we are. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be great.